joined here by Kathleen Hall, Corporate Vice President of Global Advertising for Microsoft. How are you, Kathleen?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
So D&I has been, you've been talking about it forever. You've been bringing it to life at Microsoft. You know, what's a big thing that you are still preaching to the masses at a lot of these sort of get-togethers?
You know, it's funny, if there's one industry that's worse than the technology industry in representation, it's the ad industry. And it's an industry I've been part of for 35 years, and it frustrates the hell out of me, right? It should have gotten better by now. So what we're really trying to do is inject some more energy back into the conversation, but also simplify it a little bit, because, you know, D&I is like this boil of the ocean. How do I change it? Is it about recruiting? Is it about numbers? Is it about rewards? Is it about promotions? And you get like caught up in all that. So what we try to do is just strip down what we were trying to accomplish, at least with our agencies, see if we can come up with a formula that works, that then we could replicate through the holding company so that it would be meaningful impact. You know, in the old days, it would be like, oh, can I run a few pages with Black Enterprise and get a salesperson hired? And then the minute you didn't run with Black Enterprise anymore, you didn't meaningfully change the industry. I don't want to do that. I want mainstream to become diversified.
Yeah.
So that's why we really are focusing on our holding company partners. And I think we have a great case study to share with the industry.
What is some of that case study? Please share that with us.
So basically what it was is we said, look, we got to at least, like anything on Microsoft, you don't track it, it doesn't change. So what can we do that's super simple? And one of the pitfalls is I don't want a bunch of administrative entry-level, you know, sort of fake hires that inflate numbers. So we created a very simple 4-grid system. Executive down to entry level, and across women, people of color, Black, African American, Hispanic, and other. And multiracial is a huge designation now. And all we said to our teams is there's no incentive, there's no punishment, there's no nothing, but you care about this, we care about it. Let's keep track of it in an intent to change it. And what we saw in a 1-year period, we had double-digit impact on both our diversity numbers and our women numbers. It was phenomenal. And then on top of that, at the executive level, we had a 20-point differential, which in the creative world, as you might guess, is significant. So it really was meaningful. Now we're at year 3, and that trend has continued. We just came off a panel where we showed the industry norm and where we are as an account with our agency partners, and it's exponentially different.
So tell us a little bit about, you know, I don't want to say the term forcing, but, you know, working with agencies to say, hey, we want more women represented on the advertisements that we actually shoot in terms of positions.
Yeah.
You know, how's that worked out?
Well,
so
it's interesting.
far?
The first thing that happened was I had a couple of meetings with McCann, IPG, and I said, if you come to another meeting with a 6-pack of white men, I'm not coming. So we got to change this. And they committed to changing it. So we have one of the few and only, I think, all ECD, female ACD teams in the industry. And then they attract other women like them. But then the important thing is not just about the end game of the composition changing, but the impact it has on the work. That team then created 2 years in a row Silver Can Lion, Glass Lion award-winning work because of that perspective that they bring. And because of that, of course, it had impact on Microsoft's business and perception, so it was through the line. And I think that's kind of the balance between diversity is getting the number, right? Getting the I'm different. Inclusion is I matter. And then the end to me as a business person is, and I had impact. Because then they feel good about where they are. So that's kind of the cycle. And there's, you know, that's one example. You know, another example on the media side is we saw a meaningful difference in people of color on the media side. And we saw integrations come to light, like the Blackish integration. I don't know if you're aware of it, but basically the shtick on the show, the shtick on the show is it's an ad agency. Well, we became the client. And we were the sort of the fake client. Well, that integration was seamless and really meaningful, and it helps change perspectives of Microsoft, but also made the people of color working on that business feel good. So that's the kind of stuff that we've seen impact across the board.
Love it. I love the impact you're bringing, Kathleen. Kathleen Hall, Corporate Vice President of Microsoft Global Advertising. Thanks for joining us on Future Boutique.
Thanks for having me.